Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 4th of August. First of all, apologies. My light bulb has just blown, literally. Like, oh great, it's going to be one of those days, is it? And so I do apologise if the lighting isn't great on your reading. I hope to fix it ASAP. But anyway, let's carry on because that's what we do. Carry on regardless. Maybe that's your message this week, Gemini. Let's see. Okay, we're using the, I can never remember the name of this one, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. To start your reading of 2 messages, please and thank you. 2 cards for Gemini. Nope. No. Oh, taking the time, that one's definitely. Okay, Simply Love. Oh, very 6 of Cups energy. And 2 sixes. 6s in numerology means harmony, which is very nice because obviously it follows a 5, and 5's big change. So it's like you've been through a big change, and maybe you know this is like now coming together for you. Oh my gosh, yes, look at that. You have Simply Love. This is about friendships, relationships, just simply loving people, and maybe somebody from the past coming back to you, bringing that 6 of Cups energy. You've got giving and receiving also. Very what you're putting into something, a relationship perhaps, or whatever you love, is coming back to you. Very lovely energy. And there's such a sense of satisfaction when you give, isn't there? And we don't give to receive. Well, I don't think you should give. Don't get me wrong. And there's nothing wrong with thinking, well, hang on a minute, I'm not getting that back. Let's move on to something new. But it just brings a lot of joy, doesn't it? And I love, I do love, you see people's joy in their faces. I don't know, I'm waffling, but there's something about that giving and receiving that you're really enjoying next week. Okay, Gemini. Let's have a look what your tarot say, please. And thank you, dear spirit guides and angels. Please join me in this reading for Gemini. Thank you. And make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. We have your focus out. 3 of Swords. Couldn't make that up. Okay. Opportunity, please and thank you. We have Temperance. Very nice. I like this. What's the challenge, please and thank you for Gemini? The Devil. And what is the bubbling under the surface? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. Very powerful cards. And now the opportunity, please and thank you for Gemini. Not the opportunity, the advice and outcome is Judgment. Wow. Wow. Okay. 3 of Swords. Now, you've got Simply Love and giving, receiving, and Simply Love, as you say, about it's a very Cups energy, very relationship wise. And then the focus of the 3 of Swords is the 3 of Swords in general is heartache, heartbreak. You've gone through something that's been quite dramatic, maybe that you've lost somebody very dear, or a relationship has broken down, friendship. But this is the healing side of it. This is focus on the healing side. I'm also hearing for some of you, you know what, blessing in disguise. You've got Temperance. This is very much patience, the opportunity. I feel very karmic energy with this. I don't know why. I would not normally say that. In fact, I suppose you have got like the 8 symbol going around there, which always makes me feel like there's a karmic energy to this. Now, Temperance is the card of alchemy, and you can see he's sitting there and he's trying to balance 2 things to make a harmonious outcome. Now, the message of this card is keep chipping away at what you're doing and what you're trying to do, because it will come, but you just need to be patient about it. Now, as an opportunity, maybe there's an opportunity for you to, I don't know, there's a karmic outcome with this 3 of Swords. Again, the giving and receiving. When I said at the beginning, Gemini, it's all about your joy in giving. I think that's what's making this Temperance card as an opportunity. Again, it's like, you're trying to balance 2 things. You're trying to make a harmonious outcome, trying to heal from something. in anything. I think even tarot, when you read your own cards, for instance, it gives a healing energy. And I just think there's something like that on these in this reading. Now, the devil, yeah, that's your challenge. I do feel like you're trying to, that balance for temperance. Maybe it's your emotions, maybe it's your, balancing your mindset, because the devil as a challenge is, you're feeling maybe this person has been very toxic around you, though you've had some people around you that, just haven't got your best interests at heart. Because the devil is about, feeling tied, feeling committed to relationships or a job, even out of loyalty, not out of love, out of all the wrong reasons. It's also about, it can be about addictions, and maybe you're trying to overcome an addiction of some kind, but it's kind of like, Christ, that's a challenge. That's not something that happens overnight either. But again, I just feel like this temperance card, um, it's an opportunity for you to balance this out, but you've got to be patient. Now, the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles is bubbling under the surface. You are feeling incredibly ambitious next week, and new ideas and new oomph, but it's only bubbling under the surface. So why aren't you doing anything about it? The Nine of Pentacles is saying, I want to be this independent person. Because this is the card of independent finance. She's worked really hard to build up where she is, and now she wants to enjoy the fruits of her labour. She's done it all on her own, or they've done it all on their own. They weren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth, this one. But, coupled with the Ace of Wands, it's like, I want to do something on my own to, get that financial aspect rolling too. And I always said that, I've said this in several readings now, when we have the Three of Swords and about heartache, heartbreak, I've lost a lot of members of my family. And looking back, I didn't realize I was doing it at the time. I always went into something, a new side hustle, or did something other than my everyday work. It was almost like I had to have a new idea, make good of whatever's happened in the situation. There has to be a good outcome. And I think that was my subconscious way of thinking. And I think that's yours too, Gemini. I really do. I feel that. And then you've got Judgment. Oh my gosh. This is your advice. Now, Judgment is saying, wake up and smell the roses. It's time. It's like Judgment Day. Time for you to do what you want to do, Gemini. And I do feel like with that Three of Swords, whatever the heartache, heartbreak, we never get over it. But with the Judgment card, I feel like, look, you're setting your soul free of something. It is a very soothing energy for you. And again, quite a karmic one. I don't know why. Maybe with this devil energy, there's karma to be had there. Now, the Three of Swords. Why do we have the Three of Swords as your focus? Oh, gosh, sorry. Oh, look at that. We've got the Two of Cups. Beautiful. This is about being on the same level with somebody else. This is very soulmate energy. It's almost like, as I said, it's a blessing in disguise. This breakup, this upset, has led you to realize who should be in your life and who shouldn't be in your life. And you're connecting with those that are on the same level as you next week, have the same principles. There's no hierarchy in this friendship or this relationship. And then that's where your giving and receiving comes in, because you're getting back what you've given out with this Two of Cups energy. It's also clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, talk about abundance and feeling very grounded. Maybe there's something to do with a member of the family here too, because there's a very strong family unit as a focus. I also feel like you are following a legacy of some sort. But the Ten of Pentacles is about abundance and money coming in. But also, what I would put a caveat to that too, because you know what, we can't all say you're going to win the lottery next week. No. It's about feeling rich, isn't it, in your life? Now, it doesn't mean to say literally feeling rich. Feeling rich can mean, you know what, I love my house. I'm really happy this week. My job, I'm getting back what I'm putting in. My relationship's good. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like all the boxes are going to be ticked for you. There's a lovely feeling of satisfaction. Now, temperance, why are you here? Let's have a look. Temperance, why are you here, please, and thank you for Gemini. That's interesting. Got the Queen of Pentacles as an opportunity, but so did Aries, although theirs was in reverse. But temperance, yeah, there's something to do with, yeah, maybe you literally are balancing the finances and something's finally working for you that you've been trying to achieve. And that's probably why the Ten of Pentacles is there, because the Queen of Pentacles, she's very Empress energy for me. She sits in abundance. She just knows that when she puts out, when she gives out, she's very resourceful. She's very generous with her money. She knows she'll get it back. And it's a fantastic mindset to have. And that's your giving and receiving. Again, Gemini, you are giving back out something there's an opportunity for you to receive from also. Again, it could be finances. It could literally be you've been waiting on a loan, you've been waiting on something, and that's coming in for you next week. Very grounded energy as well, the Queen of Pentacles. As I say, there's a massive sense, I feel a massive sense of satisfaction for you. It's kind of like you're feeling very settled and grounded next week. I love that. Now, the Devil is your challenge. Let's have a look. Why you... Okay, interesting. We have the relationship card. Are you constantly getting drawn to, if you're not in a relationship, to relationships that don't serve you, especially after that Three of Swords, depending on what the reason was for a breakup or heartache, we can get into that mindset that that's the person that you get in a vicious circle with this. Maybe you've got to try and break that vicious circle with regards to your friendships and relationships. Or maybe you do have somebody around you next week who is trying to entice you back, and not for all the best reasons. There's something to do with friendship and relationships that's not serving you. Let's do another. Oh, mind you, I've just realised that's the card of Gemini. So you have turned up in your own reading, which normally puts you in a position of power and strength. As a challenge, it's like maybe it's hard to say no to something or somebody next week. Let's do one more on that, shall we? Because I'm nosy. Why do we have this for Gemini? Please and thank you. And with that Six of Cups energy, maybe it's somebody coming back from the past. Nine of Swords as a challenge. This person, this relationship, this toxic energy is something that you're not facing. It's kind of like the Nine of Swords as a challenge is putting your head in the sand about something. And so it's a constant Nine of Swords in your life. You're up at night whirring around in your brain. And do you know what that can relate to addictions too? My brother, bless his heart, bless his soul, was unfortunately a victim of addiction. And I know how hard it was for him. All the best intentions, but it was like a vicious circle and it got hold of him in the end. And so I do feel like there's something there also, Gemini, for some of you. But with that relationship card and the Lovers, it's also trying to break free from somebody or a situation or how they make you feel tied to them. But the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles is what's bubbling under the surface for you. And this is like you're chomping at the bit to think of this great idea. Get it off the ground. Let's focus on the positive side of this. let's, you know, what's going to give me that financial stability, that I can just do it on my own. I don't need to rely on anybody. I love this for you, Gemini. Thank you. Oh gosh, you can't make that up. Three of Swords. Like I said, through heartache and heartbreak, you have this new opportunity. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly how I mentioned that when I've lost members of my family. I don't know why. I automatically, to help get over that, for me, I'm not saying it's for everybody, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's nothing right and wrong in the grieving process. It's your time. It's how you want to do it. That's what I did. I focused on new ventures, and I do feel that that's going. There's something here about you needing to leave a toxic relationship, a toxic job, but it's a very blessing in disguise kind of energy here, because your judgment is saying it's the right time. It's gone on long enough. Judgment comes when, you know, you've just bimbled along, gone along with everything, and now it's like, I just feel like now I need to get out of my box and be heard. It's like, speak up. Oh my, you got the devil, Gemini. You need to tell them as it is next week. There's something about, and maybe that's what your Three of Swords is. Perhaps it's going to bring heartache and heartbreak. But you know what? That Two of Cups there, backing that up, is saying, but, you know, as a result of that, this is soulmate energy. Also, you reconnecting back with your soul and what you really want in life. Let's do one more on that devil. No, it's too many. If you are, I feel like for some of you, what this Judgment card is you're facing the devil. You're facing the addictions. You're facing the toxic job, the toxic relationship. It's like, nah. Oh my God, you've got the Chariot. The Chariot is a very strong energy. This is the card of jumping in the driving seat and doing something about it. This is a very, this card of Cancer. You can see he's facing it full on there. Like I said, you're facing up to something next week, Gemini, a realization that, yeah, I can do this. I've been through some crap times. That's why we've got the black and the white there. You've been overcome adversity in the past, so you know you can do it. There's a very strong message here for you. He's actually leaving his kingdom there behind too. So maybe you are going to have to leave something, whether it's a job, whether it's your relationship or your home. There is a definite energy of, right, let's just get this show on the road. It's gone on for long enough. Wow. Okay. Let's have a look at the Green Witch Oracle deck. These are superb. Had a lovely evening at Circle on Wednesday, because I don't know if you know, I sit in Circle and I do try and develop my mediumship side of things too, which is incredible. But this week it was tarot, and so I was in my element. I bought all my decks, took 2 bags worth of decks, and I was just like, oh, loved every second. Anyway, let's have a look. Getting off track here a little bit, Gemini. Apologies. Final message. What's the final message to Gemini? Please and thank you. There we are. Harvest. Look at these cards. They are so beautiful. This is about determination and hard work. And it's about celebrating your hard work. Something paying off for you. Let's have a look what the book says. Harvest. My gosh, this is a book that doesn't go in alphabetical order, and then that throws me. Right, let's have a look at the, so I can't see it here either. Oh, it's the last one. Oh, interesting. Endings 1, 2, 7. Ah, I see. So before that is obviously sow, tend, and now you're harvesting. So there's something that you have been working on is paying off, Gemini. So sometimes you might think that it's all about sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labour. It is, isn't it? It's important to appreciate your success, but don't lose your way. The Harvest card directs you to collect your bounty, to recognise your blessings, and to not stop working too early. You're almost there, but you still have things to see through. You still have things to see through. I'm struggling to see this because I've got no light. Work to recoup the energy you previously invested, giving and receiving. Wow, Gemini, what a reading. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a fantastic week. Again, apologies for it being so dark, and typically the sun isn't even shining today either, so I do apologise. Hopefully it didn't spoil the reading. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks as always.